Please like and subscribe to my channel.
So, you've probably heard all the buzz about the carnivore diet, right? It's getting a ton of attention and honestly, for good reason. In this explainer, we're going to break it all down. A real step-by-step guide to get you started, based on the super practical advice from Dr. Ken Berry. Let's dive in. So, what's the big deal? Well, at its core, it's pretty simple, a way of eating that focuses only on animal products. And the reason it's blowing up right now is that people are reporting some absolutely life-changing results. And this quote from Dr. Berry really gets to the heart of it. He talks about these amazing transformations, and that's the key. We're not just talking about a few pounds here and there. People are seeing massive shifts in their overall health. That's the promise, drawing so many people in. So how do you actually do it? All right, first things first. The most important phase has nothing to do with food. Seriously, it's all about the prep work, getting your mind right and setting up your environment for success before you even take a single bite. This prep work breaks down into 3 simple but powerful steps. First, commit to a specific time frame, like a 30 or 90-day challenge. This gives you a finish line, a real psychological edge to keep you going. Step 2, get rid of the temptation. Clean out the pantry and the fridge. If the junk food isn't there, you can't eat it. And finally, think about how you talk about this. Calling it a health challenge instead of a diet is a game changer. It makes people curious and supportive, not critical. So, once you're committed and your kitchen is ready, what happens next? Well, your body starts a pretty major transition. And you gotta know, this is not an overnight switch. It's a really crucial adaptation period. A key piece of advice here, take it slow, please. Jumping in 100% on day 1 can trigger some really intense carb withdrawal symptoms, which makes it way harder to stick with it. Easing in over 1, 2, or even 3 weeks gives your body the time it needs to figure things out and adjust properly. So what's actually changing inside you? A lot. Think about it. After years of easily digestible carbs, your stomach has to relearn how to make enough acid to handle all this protein and fat. Your gallbladder, which helps break down fat, basically has to go to the gym and get stronger. This is why some people feel a little off at first. And hey, even if you don't have a gallbladder, your liver steps up and learns to adapt. The big takeaway here is just to be patient. Let your body do its thing. In that first week or 2, you might step on the scale and see, well, a big number, a drop of anywhere from 5 to 25 pounds. It feels incredible, right? But what's really going on here? Yeah, that initial whoosh of weight loss, it's mostly water. See, carbs make your body hold on to a lot of fluid. When you cut them out, your body finally lets go of all that excess water. But here's the catch, and this is super important. When the water goes, it takes vital electrolytes with it. That is why salt becomes your best friend. Replenishing those electrolytes is absolutely non-negotiable if you want to avoid the headaches and fatigue of the carb flu. Okay, you're prepped, and you get what's happening to your body. Now for the fun part. What do you actually eat, and how do you eat it? This is where this way of eating really flips the script on conventional diet advice. This is rule number 1, the foundation of the whole thing, and it's a huge mental shift for most of us. You eat when you're hungry, and you eat until you are completely satisfied. In fact, Dr. Berry even suggests pushing it a little at the start, just to break that lifelong habit of calorie counting and tiny portions. And just as important as what you do is what you stop doing. Forget counting calories, forget weighing your food, forget tracking macros. The whole idea is that if you eat until you're truly full at your meals, the desire to snack just kind of disappears on its own. It's a total mindset shift in how you relate to food. So this chart gives you a basic daily framework. Most people find they naturally end up eating 1, 2, or maybe 3 meals a day. The main focus is always fatty meat, whether it's from land or sea. And a good rule of thumb is to aim for about a 1-to-1 ratio of fat to protein by weight. Don't stress about it too much, just eyeballing it is perfectly fine. So what can you go crazy with? 3 things are absolutely key. First, real salt. Don't be shy with it. Salt your food until it tastes good to you. Second, water is your go-to drink. And third, throw out those vegetable oils and start cooking with stable, delicious animal fats like tallow, butter, or bacon grease. So once you've got the basics down and you're feeling good, you can start to optimize. This is where we go beyond just eating meat and really focus on squeezing every last drop of nutrition out of your food. This is where things get really cool. This brings us to an old school concept called nose-to-tail eating. It means exactly what it sounds like, using the whole animal. Not only is it a way to be more respectful and less wasteful, but it's also how you unlock this incredible spectrum of nutrients that you just can't find in muscle meat alone. Let's talk about some of these nutritional powerhouses. Liver is often called nature's multivitamin, and for good reason. It is jam-packed with minerals and, yep, even vitamin C. And while a lot of people focus on meat from animals like cows and sheep, don't forget about eggs and seafood. And of course, save all your bones. Making bone broth is an amazing way to get valuable collagen and minerals into your diet. And finally, we get to a really important part. You have to remember this is not a one-size-fits-all plan. This last phase is all about listening to your own body, doing a little experimenting, and figuring out what works best for you. One of the first things you might play with is where you land on the spectrum. Are you a strict, purist carnivore, eating only meat, salt, and water? Or do you feel a little better as a ketovore, which is basically a very meat-heavy keto diet that includes a few well-chosen plants? There's no right or wrong answer here, only what feels best for your body. And you can personalize it even more. You can tweak your fat to protein ratio. Some people thrive on more fat, some on a little less. You can test your own tolerance for dairy. Maybe you're great with butter, but cheese doesn't agree with you. You can see how you react to different spices. And a great pro tip, build a relationship with a local butcher. They can hook you up with all sorts of interesting cuts and those amazing organ meats. And let's wrap up with this, because it's maybe the most crucial piece of advice. Perfection is not the goal here. If you have an off meal, if you eat something you didn't plan to, don't let it spiral into an off week. Just don't worry about it. The key is to simply get right back on track with your very next meal. Consistency over time is what wins. And all of this leaves us with a really fascinating question to chew on, doesn't it? After we strip away all the modern, processed junk, are we just rediscovering a way of eating that's, well, perfectly in sync with our own biology? Could it be that the key to our modern health problems is actually hidden in our ancestral past? Now that's some food for thought.